Hi, I'd like to encourage you to vote Green, and my Crowdfunder campaign is actually meant to get you to contribute to the Green Party, so I'm going to give you some reasons why. My name's Wendy Olsen, and I'm running for councillor in Irwell Riverside. I'm also running for Salford Mayor, and I'm really happy to be a Green. I think since we've grown in Salford, it's just been an amazing experience consulting with people in different parts of Salford. So I can tell you about that sometime if we meet. But today we're just asking you to contribute £5 to the Crowdfunder. We need lots of people to do that because we don't have big businesses funding the party. The Green Party actually has a national body which you can join as a member, but the local Salford Green Party is like all of them, it's an autonomous unit, so we have to raise some of our money ourselves, and we're having a big campaign. We're campaigning in all the 20 wards of Salford. So let me tell you a little bit about the party and try and encourage you to vote Green and also to give money today. Just get your little card out and click some buttons and it'll happen. It's not that hard. So the Green Party nationally represents a sustainable society with the jobs program to actually create jobs that are meaningful, and especially in sustainable energy. So we need to move off the oil dependency and the gas dependency that we have because they're not renewable resources. Greens also have a very strong stance about the floods, and I can talk to you about that sometime. The floods really are in part caused by climate change, global warming, and you felt those warm winds in December. They're really unnatural for this area, and it is changing. But what we have to do is pull that back and stop using energy so intensively. We approve fully of the recycling program that Salford has. So let me tell you a little bit about our policies for Salford, very quickly. Everybody's concerned about crime in Salford, but I think there's a reputational problem, and actually at the moment Salford is at risk of disappearing as a city because of the Devo-Mank deal, the devolution to Manchester, and we have strong objections to the way that deal's been implemented. But the crime situation isn't being dealt with very well. The police money is cut through the Salford City Council cuts, which we don't approve of. We think we should have direct action to avoid making those cuts and even borrow on behalf of the council if necessary, because we're in a recession period. So it's not a permanent policy of always borrowing, but at the moment we need to do that. We need to object. So we would favour direct action to encourage the council to listen to people and to get those police on the streets and improve the situation as per crime. But actually Greens go further, and our crime policy is to look at the causes of crime. So do look into that, because I think the social exclusion, the isolation, loneliness, and the lack of a sense of a forward movement in the society is maybe making some young people turn to drugs, and then the crime arises out of the crime-ridden drug zone or drug culture. So we're very concerned about that. But on the bright side, Greens also favour more libraries, more free internet points in Salford, having groceries that are on small scale or middle scale rather than just negotiating with big companies. So it seems to me that Salford City Council is starting to act a bit like another big corporation, and I don't favour corporate politics where you do secret backroom deals. We have a stadium now where the rugby's played called AJ Bell Stadium, and it's a white elephant. So if you want to ask me about the possible corruption sometime in regard to Kukash, I'm very concerned about him as an international capitalist and the impact that he and the Bell Stadium and Port Salford may have on Salford. We're also concerned about so many tall tower blocks going up. I lived in a tower block for 2 years, and I loved living in that, but it was a no children block, and that wasn't sustainable. People actually put children in the blocks because we have children, and that's the joy of life. So we should be looking at planning in order to have better communities, more schools, more primary school places, more parks and cycleways, and encouraging people not to drive to work. So in all these ways, as you know, Greens favour pedestrian traffic and buses. I'm a heavy bus user myself. I love having the Wi-Fi in the bus, and I don't think that it's right just to encourage cars and car parking in Salford. So there's lots of ways in which I'd love to sit on the council. So when you vote for me for mayor, you're increasing our vote. We'll then recover our deposit for mayor. And please also vote for your Green candidate in your ward, which I hope will be me if you're in Irwell Riverside ward. And don't vote for any of the other parties. Okay, so thanks for your donation.